Hi, welcome to this video series on living from the heart, how love impacts various areas of life, and this is about love and crime. Now, this is going to include like the whole legal system, justice system, police force, everything, prison system, and I'm going to take you through a thought exercise here because I'm going to demonstrate how critical it is to stay in touch with the universal mind, to find the love, the unconditional love, tune into the heart center, and then let that connect you to universal guidance, to a higher mind, to guidance. That's really important. So, because this discussion comes up a lot with this type of technology, and it comes up in labs, and it comes up in discussions among scientists and everything. So, if you were to, let's say, tackle the prison system with magnetic technology, you could, now I'm just saying in theory, this is what you could do. You could have all the prisons be completely outfitted with magnetic fields, neutral pulsing magnetic fields that completely change the consciousness and expand the consciousness of every person in those prisons. And then you could also treat the water magnetically and treat the food magnetically so that they have super high energy food and water and everything. So basically, and these are all natural processes, so no polarities are involved. This is completely natural. It's totally safe. It's harmless, and it would expand their consciousness. They would feel the oneness of everything. They would have universal awareness, and they would essentially get reformed, if you want to call it that. I don't think that's appropriate, but they would essentially have a level of ascension that would make them totally capable of interacting in society. They'd be really the most enlightened people on the planet. So then you do the same thing. You could take every courtroom in the world, every judge, every jury, every lawyer, everyone involved in the whole legal system and everything, and have them all have every courtroom outfitted with these magnetic pulsing frequencies so that clarity, universal consciousness, the consciousness of the heart, expanded awareness of oneness, connection with the universal mind takes place in every courtroom. So there's no more lies, there's no more manipulation with money and rich people doing everything, and there's no more manipulation by judges. They literally will be in touch with the universal mind and make decisions from that space, and that's a powerful thing. You could give police officers the technology that instantly stops any crime from happening with magnetic pulsing, that takes away all anger, all hate and everything, and then naturally brings them into a higher level of consciousness. And you could take all homeless camps and not only use the replication technology. All this technology, by the way, is already available in top secret labs. This could be done today. Everything I'm saying in this video could be done right now. And so you could take replication technology and you could make the housing for the homeless without spending a dime. You could provide all their food through magnetic means, either replicating it or growing it through magnetic means and using free energy devices. All those homes could be outfitted with magnetic fields that create a high level of consciousness, expanded awareness in the home. So all the homeless people would be so super safe, super healthy, and have an expanded awareness that would help them get off of any bad habits they might have and really just have whatever they need in that, without taxing anyone, without costing a dime, because it would all be through replication technology and it would all be through free energy. So you could even completely take care of all the homeless problems in the world. Okay, so you could do all of that. Now you could even take it to the next level, and you could have a series of satellites around the globe that emit those magnetic neutral pulsing fields all around the globe, so that every person on the planet goes through this expanded awareness, expanded ascension, heart-centered living, and the whole thing. And every person on the planet starts to rise in ascension because of satellite technology. Now, if you take all of those ideas that I just presented and you present those to the universal mind, 12 dimensions up, I've talked about this before. You can do it in meditation, you can do it in astral projection, however you want to do it. And I've done this. And so if you present those ideas and any of those to change society, to change the prison system, to change the homeless problem, to stop all crime, if you present that to the universal mind, it's dissonant. It does not resonate with the universal mind. Why is that? What is the problem? Like, why can't we just use technology to change the world and to change people? Here's the problem. If you just changed all the prison systems, like everyone in prison, they would instantly connect with the global consciousness, they would instantly feel all the pain and suffering around the globe because now they're fully connected to it and to a universal consciousness. It would drive them insane. It would probably kill most of them, if not drive them completely insane. And it would be the same thing for anyone that you did, like if you did groups of people, like if you did all the judges and all the lawyers or all the police officers or whoever you do, just groups of people, they're going to tune into a global consciousness that by and large isn't quite there yet. And so they would tune into all of that pain, all of that suffering, because separation, the illusion of separation right now, keeps our energy, it keeps us in basically intact. It keeps our brains from overloading. It keeps our awareness from basically going crazy. Now, if you did the whole planet with satellites and you just said, okay, well, we can't do groups, but we can do satellites. We can change everybody. We can change everybody right now. Launch the satellites, emit the magnetic fields, and let's just make everyone's consciousness rise. The problem with that is, and the reason that the universal mind has dissonance with that, and if it were implemented, you can see the incredible suffering and the terrible results that would happen as a result of that program and as a result of that technology and those satellites. It's irreparable damage to the human race and to species around the planet, to other animals and plants and everything. Why is that? Because the incoming energy to our solar system right now would be in dissonance with the energy being produced by those satellites. So you would have this the energy that's supposed to be there right now, that's already coming into the solar system, would be conflicting with what we're trying to produce, this high vibration, this high universal consciousness energy through artificially producing it through satellites. And it would be natural, but it would still be artificial, if that makes sense. And so they would be in conflict with each other, and we would have complete overloads of our system. So we would be swinging from wild emotional swings, mental swings, at cognitive dissonance like we can't imagine, through wanting to have expanded awareness and also having all of the lower base emotions and everything happening. So that would literally just cause irreparable damage across the globe to people going crazy, killing themselves, everything else. So this is why the program has to start at an interdimensional level, and the whole solar system has to be included and more, because this is like more of a galactic process. But it's got to be it has to start at an interdimensional level. It has to be completely natural, and it has to saturate everything in our entire environment, our entire planet, all beings, all organisms, all plants, and everything gets saturated slowly through the process, so that we all go through the process up together. And that's the way to do it. It's the global organism has to all go through that ascension, if you want to call it ascension process. It all has to happen. We all have to do it together. Otherwise, the people that, if they go too fast, everything else, it'll drive them crazy. So I just wanted to give you this as a thought exercise to demonstrate how incredibly important it is for us as universal beings, as interdimensional beings, as stewards or guests on this planet, how important it is for us to find our love, find our unconditional love, tap into our heart center, really tune into it, open the gateway of the heart center to the universal mind, universal consciousness, and let that guide our decision making. Because even the best intentions can have terrible consequences. And that's why it's so important, especially when you're talking about global programs or things that can influence a lot of people, and like something like prison reformation, or solving crime, or getting rid of homelessness, or whatever it is, and using technology to do that. Like running that by the universal mind and getting an idea of what's going on. We're looking for ideas and programs and solutions that have pings of light throughout the cosmos, billions of pings of light that resonate completely with the universal mind, so that we are in harmony with a process, so that we can trust that the consequences of those programs are going to be highly beneficial for humanity and beyond. And plus, it puts us in connection with higher beings from other worlds and higher beings from other dimensions that will help guide us through the process, that have been through a process like that, and that will really be here with us through the whole thing. So tuning into the Heart Center, even on our own lives, but on a global scale for policy and everything, is so important. It's hard to even comprehend from our little perspectives how important it truly is, because it has universal consequences. And so, if you have any questions or comments, please send them in, and I will see you again.